Hello YouTube, this is Morgan, Airspeed Prime here with my next Avatar slash Korra news video update thing. And there is actually another few pieces of information that came out in the past few days. So, the fact that I've done two of these videos within a very short period of time, I think tells a lot about the current state of Avatar news. But we'll start off with the first piece of news, which is that we may be getting a Legend of Korra Book 2 Spirits air date from an upcoming event, which is Nick Upfront 2013. Now, this event is going to take place on February 26th, and basically this event is where Nick basically decide and I believe tell everyone what their schedule is for like airing shows over the next few like seasons of television. And the reason I believe everyone, including myself, is fairly confident for getting a Korra air date from this event is that last year at Nick Upfront 2012, which actually took place in early March, so this one's a bit earlier than then, we got the air date and an extra trailer for Korra Book 1. So it seems highly likely that we're going to get a release date and possibly a trailer for Korra Book 2 here, because if they're really putting out their 2013 schedule here, basically the rest of the year schedule at this event, why wouldn't they include Korra in it? So I'd be very confident of at least getting a trailer. No, at least the release date, I mean, sorry. Trailer would be the perfect thing to go with that, to make a big deal out of it, and basically have news sites basically talk about Korra again and have people excited for Korra. Next piece of news would be that the Kids' Choice Awards nominations came out, and Korra was not nominated for any of them. I suppose the most shocking ones were the ones I was likely to be nominated for, which were Best Cartoon and Best Villain, maybe. Best Villain one was really odd because the four nominated were Julia Roberts for the movie Mirror Mirror, Tom Hiddleston as Loki in the Avengers, which is that one's fine. Something like Reed Alexander from iCarly and Simon Cowell from X Factor. So at least two of those things on that list are they even villains? Can you really say that they're villains? But I believe the thing is more villainous than Amon, really. I know Korra only was 12 episodes so far, but really, Simon Cowell ahead of Amon, that's a bit weird. And then for the other one, it was Best Cartoon. The nominees were SpongeBob SquarePants, Fairly Odd Parents, Phineas and Ferb, and the new Tom and Jerry show. So it kind of tells a lot that those were the ones nominated. Now, I believe Korra should have been nominated for this, because I personally think it's a better show than all four of those, because I have seen episodes of those other four shows. Now, there's a bit people have been making excuses as to why it hasn't been nominated, such as, well, Korra's for more kind of older kids and teenagers and stuff like that. But the thing is, Avatar actually won the Kids' Choice Awards in 2008 for Best Cartoon, so it's not that Avatar has just always been forgotten. It has actually won it, was nominated once and won it, so I don't think that's a good excuse. And so the most likely one is really that why it wasn't nominated was that it's only been 12 episodes, it's only been Book 1, and maybe it doesn't have the lasting presence of maybe shows like SpongeBob, which are always on. But I think a lot of that is down to Nick not really airing for that much. So those two things are just a bit disappointing, that one of the highest quality shows that's come out on TV in the past so many months was just completely kind of forgotten here. Not to mention that other shows like Tron Uprising, Motor City, Young Justice, I'm pretty Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and all those other good shows that are out right now also were not nominated for this. So really odd voting there, and I think everyone's just a bit frustrated at the Korra not getting a nomination, because I think most people think it does deserve it. It is better than I think most of those shows. The final two pieces of information are more image based, so I'm going to show you them as I go along. The first two that came out a few days ago are from Brian Konietzko, obviously the co-creator of Avatar, on Tumblr. He interviewed basically to I suppose put a spotlight on one of the other people working on the show, Owen Sullivan, who's a storyboard artist, I believe, for the show, who was just promoted to a kind of I believe assistant director on like some episodes. So that's interesting for book two. And along with that, we got showcased two pieces of storyboard art from book two, which I'm going to show you right now. So they're actually pretty interesting in that like we get to see some more book two stuff, not colored in, but storyboards are pretty much as close to the finished animation as they're probably going to show from a storyboard artist. But you know, obviously the Milo smashing the plate is interesting and completely in character for him. And then there seems to be a kind of eating, I suppose, scene where there's a discussion happening. It seems to be Air Temple Island, perhaps, because of the characters present, like Junor is there, Korra is there, as well as Bolin, and they all seem to be living on Air Temple Island. That seems likely. So that's interesting. If the storyboards are kind of as accurate as they are, that means that Korra is still in her book one outfit, in that she doesn't have the long sleeves on both arms, she just has the kind of one thing here. So who knows, that we may get a bit of like earlier stuff before a flashback, no, a flash forward, not flash, just the skip forward 6 months to everyone in their new outfits. So that's a bad one. Final one is that Brian, again on Tumblr, for the second update in a few days, posted our first basically screenshot from Korra. Our first finished animation, basically, image from Korra. I'm going to show you that now. And as you can see here, this is, as I said, the first time we've ever seen a in-color image of Korra that is not concept art. So this is basically a screenshot from the show. The only kind of difference is that it's going through the color correction process, so some of the colors may be slightly changed, but it's pretty much a finished image from the show, which is the most finished we've seen anything on book two, and it's definitely a good sign, I think, going forward, that the show is coming to the end of book two production, definitely, as I mentioned in the last video. But yep, that's all the news. Definitely post comments below about your own thoughts on all this news, and I suppose what do you think we might get from Nick up front come when 26th of February and stuff like that. Do you think we'll get a trailer? Do you think we'll get the release date, or what? So thank you for watching this video, and bye.